Hello again and welcome to Dark Horse Garage. My name is Jay. And today we have a project that we actually took on some time ago. A customer of ours was driving on the track with his Porsche 944 with an open differential and just didn't have the performance he needed coming out of the turn. So asked us if we can convert, while we do some transmission work for him and other things, if we can convert his transmission and differential to a limited slip differential. So that's what we took on. And this being the open differential, it came out of a later car that actually has an internal oil pump that circulates the transmission oil outside of the differential or outside the transmission and differential through a cooler and recirculate it back into the transmission for extra protection and with the extra torque, prevent it from burning up. Now, this is the limited slip differential housing with the ring gear in place, and also has an oil cooler drive gear also. So this, not unlike the open diff, has a requirement for a drive gear to drive this oil pump inside the transmission. Now, the problem being wasn't so much rebuilding the differential or the transmission. The problem really lay in the fact that there's quite a bit of difference with these two drive gears. This is the open differential drive gear, and as you see, has a closed hub that sits really, centers itself on the differential shaft. This one on the open, or the limited slip differential, has a much larger hub, a few attachment holes and clearance holes. This has quite a bit different makeup. Now, the problem is, to get the limited slip differential oil pump drive gear is a really tough job. They're really scarce nowadays. Well, that became the bigger problem, finding this oil pump drive gear. Well, thought about it for a little bit, and knowing that there are quite a bit difference, there's a lot of differences in the two of these, but there's also a lot of similarities. They're exactly the same diameter, and they also have the exact same number of teeth. They're driving the same pump with different differentials. So if I could use this open differential drive gear as a pattern, why can't I make this drive gear for the limited slip differential? So that became the task and the challenge. Really something I found very interesting and fun to do. But rather than going through all the engineering books and trying to figure out the pitch angle of the gear tooth and all the formulation going along with that, I took a different approach to it. I basically cut a disc this diameter out of aluminum, pre-drilled the necessary holes and opened up the hub diameter, cut it to the precise outside diameter, and then I mounted both of these on a common shaft. And using this gear as a master, I would advance and index each and every tooth on this gear, which basically positioned this blank piece of aluminum, which is now a complete gear. But again, imagine a blank piece of aluminum indexing to the next gear tooth position to properly cut the next tooth. And that really became the process and how we solved the problem with coming up with this gear. So something else, at the time when I made this gear, I didn't really shoot a lot of video. So I have some still photos that I hope can explain and show you in some detail, just how I put this together. And I do have a short segment of video that I shot cutting the gear itself. So anyway, hope you stand by and enjoy the video and the pictures, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. At least I have. I'm about to cut the gear for the limited slip differential on the Porsche 944. So we've got everything set up. We've got our master gear here serving as a method index. We've got our blank here behind, which is about to get cut. So let's try the first cut if we can.